You're certain about this. The Verdania poppy is not mercy. It's like drowning in your own mind. So, where we last left off, um, your group was traveling through the Shard-like district, trying to clear up the last of what remained of the vampiric mind flayers that were implicated in the poisoning of the Oracle. Um, as you travel down here, one of your party members fell as Neri had his brain sucked out by one of the aforementioned mind flayers. And we are still in the midst of combat right now. So, once my Tailspire completes its crash, we're going to get right into it. I was looking over the numbers, and we are certainly not out of the woods here. I was actually thinking you guys were in a little bit better of a spot than you were when I was talking to Pierce about this earlier. I will tell you, Luminora, I believe you are on deck here.
Okay.
So as we start, you are in your Archon form, hovering in the air, fighting off multiple of these mind flayers. You hear this cracking sound and slurping sound, and you watch as Neri's limp form is dropped behind you, initiating what looks like a feeding frenzy. As all of these mind flayers just start descending onto the body, just lapping up whatever remaining bit of brain matter they can get. So you are surrounded by 4 mind flayers currently.
Okay. Love that. I will recast Kinetic Jaunt because I dropped concentration on it a while ago. And I will. I guess I'll move to attack the one that looks the most hurt.
Okay, that's going to be this one here.
Okay, yep. I will try to attack that one.
Going to roll to attack.
Okay. That's a 24.
24 definitely hits.
Okay. And then I'm going to add on, I think I absorbed, I can't remember what type of damage.
You absorbed elements,
a shatter?
fire. Oh, no, was it I think it was a shatter.
I think it might have been a shatter. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to do that here. And then plus 8. That'll be 22 damage. So it's a mix of piercing
damage.
Force, just because I also add force damage in this form.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, do you want to do this or do you want me to?
Ooh, you can do it.
Okay. So, Luminora, your focus is briefly brought over to Neri as you watch him fall. Yet something within you just sense that you are still in a lot of danger. You turn, and right as this claw is coming at you, you parry it like it's a blade, and there's just the wet thud of this mind flayer's arm as it hits the side of the wall here. And with a single motion and a riposte, you just pierce it through the eye, through its brain, kind of flick the blade up through the top of its head as you watch as just the contents of its head just spill out before it as it falls over the railing, dead. Um, it is also on fire from the flame sphere that Sal had conjured. Okay.
And then I will move. I will actually go up and over towards the towards the flaming sphere, like on the other side of the flaming sphere.
Okay.
And
Are you going to be on the ground?
no, I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay up.
Okay, so we'll say you're about like 5 feet up then.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. I think I'm going to be able to get some opportunity attacks here
I don't provoke opportunity attacks with kinetic jaunt.
because of kinetic jaunt. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, as this happens, the focus is going to be brought towards you. I need to check a spell. How does this work? Okay. Ends its turn. Okay. So they're just this one here. Actually, this one here is going to rush you. And in this frenzy, they are very focused on just feeding. So they're beginning to do away with the claw attacks and attempting just to just use their tentacle attacks. 1 second, I know where my d20 is.
Could you hear me chewing on ice?
I think I heard a brief crunch at some point.
I will refrain from doing it unmuted.
I did, yeah.
Oh, he did.
Okay. That's not great. That is only a. That's an 11.
Does not hit.
It is going to attempt another tentacle attack. That is a 19.
That does hit. Let me see if it hits the last mirror image I have up. It does not. It hits me.
Okay. That is going to be. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Oh, poop. Okay.
Does that mean that your mirror image is gone? Or you still have one? Okay.
I am out of mirror images.
If it hits you, that loses the mirror image.
Oh, wait, you're right.
You
I
still
still
have
have
the
a
mirror
mirror
image.
image. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So, for anyone watching, Neri just got his brain sucked out. This thing is now grappling Luminora, and she is next. So, that's going to bring us to Sal. Well, first off, end of its turn, flaming sphere damage.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I believe that they are all frightened. Is that correct?
They are.
Wait. That means that they have disadvantage or something? I don't know. 1 second.
Is there a saving
They
throw for the
cannot
frightening?
willingly move closer to me. There is.
Ruh-roh. That changes everything I was going to do.
Yeah, it's a charisma saving throw.
Dude, these guys are really charismatic though.
Okay.
Cool tentacles.
So with that, this one then is going to rush away from you and do the same attack on Mazarin.
Oh no. Sorry, Maz.
And even, yeah, she cannot.
Mm.
Let's see, can't she? Actually, she can. Okay. So, with that, as this thing rushes Mazarin, it is just wildly attempting to latch onto her. She blocks the first one. The second attack does hit her on the side of the head, and you watch as the tentacles are wrestled away as this psionic shield just expands from her as she uses her reaction to cast shield. So yeah, you can undo that damage because they wouldn't be able to move towards you. Do they get a save at the end of their turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see.
14.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that one saves. It does not take flaming sphere damage. That's going to bring us to Sal. Okay.
12. Sorry.
First off, Sal is going to. He's going to whip this flaming sphere around. He's going to thread the needle between the two here and come back around and have it ram into this one while blocking off the stairwell. That's a saving throw. That's a fail. So that one's going to take 9 points. That one's the most hurt here. Sal is then going to drop a shatter here, attempting to hit both of them. So you watch as he takes this cork out and bites the top off in a very kind of Salt Bay way, like grabs this powder and like very haphazardly like just drops whatever can go into it. And you watch as this thing is just beginning to react as soon as that powder hits it. You watch as he slaps it as the smoke is starting to come out. He slaps the top of it, basically forcing that smoke in, and you watch as there's now this burbling, like rapidly color changing, like arcane reaction that's going on in this thing. He shakes it and then just underhand tosses it up in the air, and there's a screaming sound as almost like a tea kettle that's being overpressurized as this bottle just explodes above the heads of these two mind flayers here. Great roll for 9 points of damage. They're both going to make a con save. That's 2 failures, so they both take the full damage. Okay. That is going to bring us to top of the round with Nerigon is going to be Mazarin. She's going to start by using her telekinetic push on this thing. Strength save fails. She can move it up to 20 feet. Actually, I don't know if she chooses. I think she just moves it 20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to move it over here. It's going to bump into this thing, peek around the corner, and she is going to drop a psionic shatter. Now that she's got them all grouped up.
Did that one go through the fire?
It did, but it goes through harmlessly.
Okay.
They have to end their turn. Their fail. Ooh, natural 1 and a 4. 3 fails. 14
All damage.
Okay. She is going to begin to spread out. 5, 10, 15, 20. And actually, she's going to park right here so that if one gets her, there's a line of sight. That brings us to Charles. You're muted, James.
For suspense. Do any of them look more ragged than the others?
Yes. This one here is hurt the most.
Yeah, let's take a shot at him. We're gonna use a fancy trick shot thing for a dazing shot. Assuming 19 hits.
19 hits.
I need a DC of 14. It's a dazing shot.
Natural 20.
Okay, well then he's safe, but he still takes damage. Unfortunately. Fuck. And that is 10 points of damage.
That one's really, really hurt.
We're gonna action surge. Let's run it again.
Run it back.
Nice.
That is a 21.
What weapon is this that you're using?
This is the pistol.
Okay.
And I have 2 more shots after this shot. Let's see that con save again.
18.
Okay, that saves.
Constitutional mother effers.
Alright.
Also, my dice are like I either roll natural 20s or below 6.
I mean, it happens. That's 12 points of damage.
Okay, the number you needed was 10. Do you want to do this or do you want me to?
Go for it. Make it flashy.
Okay.
Okay.
So with that, as this thing looks towards Luminora, shaking off the fear, getting ready to lunge at her, Charles, you just see basically like the tip of its arm from the vantage point that you're at, and in a very kind of John Wick sort of way, you shoot the arm just to get it to flinch so that you could see the head, and you essentially just fan the hammer twice with the first shot just to get it to flinch, and with the second you take a second, line it up, and then pop it in the head as it just goes flying over the ramparts here, dead.
Nice.
That is going to bring us to multiple life. These are afraid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. One's going to go for Sal. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the other one's going to make it, actually. Ooh. This one's going to have to dash to get to Mazrin. She got just far enough away. The one attacking Charles is going to swing twice. Or not Charles, Sal. That is a very high roll.
Yeet.
That is high damage. Okay. Well, okay.
Oh no.
So the first strike knocks Sal down to 1 hit point. It is going to make its second
Fuck.
tentacle attack. Does he have advantage? No. Oh, he can't do that because of multi-attack. Okay. So yeah, he doesn't need to. Next round, Sal will suffer the same fate as Neri.
Jesus.
This one over here had a dash. That brings us to Luminora.
Alright. I will magic missile the one trying to eat Sal's face.
Okay, go and roll damage.
Is D4s. Where are my D4s?
So I get a cup of ice water, just so I can have a nice ice snack. when I
13.
Finish drinking.
Sorry, what was that? I was listening to James. How much
13.
damage? 13?
13. Yeah.
Okay.
Iron.
13 points of damage. It gets hit with multiple of these missiles. This like brackish blood is like shooting out of it as multiple holes from this arcane energy just are now in its body. It is not dissuaded from the feeding frenzy that it is in right
Is it grappling Sal?
now. He's grappling him, and you begin to hear those same cracking noises of Sal's skull that you were hearing from Neri.
And then I want to fly down to be right on the other side of Sal. Yeah.
Okay. It gets a saving throw. Ooh, that is an unnatural. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it's higher. That's not very high. A 23 for its save against your fear.
That 23 is great.
Okay. That brings
Oh,
us to.
Also, sorry, my bad. Can I make sure I am 10 feet away from Sal?
You can.
Okay, and then the Mind Flayer will take an extra 4 damage.
Okay. That brings us to Sal. Well. Decisions. Wow. He's really got old man AC, doesn't he? I mean, I think he's got to do this. So he's going to go for a shocking grasp. Oh, but that's not going to break the grapple.
The Raven Queen, but cooler or something?
Say a Raven Queen with cooler.
You know, last campaign Eddie was like, I do Step of the Sunlight. It wasn't Misty Step, but it was essentially Misty Step, but it was
Yeah.
cooler than Misty Step.
Yeah. You know what? He is just going to go for as much damage as possible. With his bonus action, he's going to drive this flaming sphere into this thing. That's going to be a deck save. Eight points of damage. And then for his action, while he's being grappled, he's going to pop out another one of those concoctions that he made. Oh God, he can't do this without hitting Jasmine. Oh God, no, he can't do that. He can't do that. Yeah, he is just going to drink this concoction and grab the thing by the head and stare into it as he casts Tasha's Mind Whip. This is also probably not a great idea. Oh God, I'm panicking because I'm playing a character I've never played before. He's not gonna get it. He's gonna drink this concoction, spit it out in his face. Once and for all, he's casting a Tasha's Caustic Brew. Also, this shoots in a line, which means he can hit 2 creatures with this acid damage. So that's dex saves versus this damage. 10 points of damage, dex saves, fail, and extra fail for that one. So they both take 10 points of damage. That brings us to top of the round, Charles and Mazarin. Charles, why don't you go first?
Me first. I'm gonna shoot the one that's trying to eat Sal with a natural 19.
Nice.
Fucking dice. 1 away. Oh, but let's go for max stab, which 14, which doesn't sound like as much when I say it's max damage.
It's only because we're level 4. Don't worry. It'd be so much bigger when we're higher.
Oh, I can't wait to shoot people. 14. And that is everything I can do.
That one is extremely hurt.
Ugh.
It's gonna come down to this. All right.
Why are you beeping?
Mazarin.
My mother.
All right. I'm gonna roll this above the table. Okay. That's a hit. And that's literally okay. That's hilarious. All right. So with that, you watch Charles. You watch as this thing is burrowing into Sal's skull, and you hear this like cracking sound, and you just hear Sal go, "Uh-oh," and all of a sudden you watch as all these like shell casings that you have start to levitate kind of all around this thing, and then as this thing is just peppered
There's
with
only one
shrapnel.
shell casing.
You made multiple shots, right?
I have a revolver. And I did use the rifle once at the beginning. So there is one
Revolver's
shell casing.
not.
That's okay. It's a telekinetic fling, so one shell casing is all she can technically throw. That was just for flavor, but thank you for correcting me.
I'm sorry for
Um,
ruining it.
It's okay, because she did literally just enough damage to get it to the threshold of 85, because you brought it to 80 with that 14.
Nice job, guys.
Um,
That's a lot
God.
of help.
Way to go, team.
She
Go team.
is going to now attempt a telekinetic fling on this thing. Wow, she can only bounce it here. And then she is going to leg it.
I get it.
Go around here.
Stand your ground, soldier.
That's going to bring us to this thing, which this is the first one that had saved from Luminora's fear. So this one is not afraid of you. It's pushed back into you, sees you, and is going to make a tentacle attack.
Come at me.
12. That
Does not
should-
hit.
Or sorry, 13.
Nope.
23.
Yes. Even
Okay.
with shield. Oh wait, mirror image still up. Come on. Yep, it hits a mirror image.
Okay.
My last one.
And that was
Boom.
Okay. It starts like chomping wildly at one of the two Luminoras. The first one just like evades it completely, and then as it just goes to engulf Luminora's face, the mirror image just dissipates in a puff of arcane smoke. That brings us to Sal. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna flank this thing with you. He's gonna take this like what looks like an oil that just has this like little like bolt of lightning going through it, and he just like quickly like gets these drops of like this massage oil on his hands and just begins rubbing his hands together really fast, and you hear this like crackling electricity, and as he almost like it looks like he has to strain just to pull his hands apart, and you watch as there's just like this like melted cheese lightning sandwich in his hands that he just reaches out attempting to shock this thing with a shocking grasp.
Did he magic Mr. Miyagi,
Giving
that guy?
auto
You did
Luke
it.
energy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and that'll do it. Uh, show me that. Oh wait, no, I already rolled damage. 1 point of lightning damage. So with that, he gets behind it and is just like grabbing it by its face while he's screaming, just going ah, as this thing is just like slowly getting shocked. It cannot take reactions now, but 1 hit point Sal is getting in there. That is going to bring us to yeah, Charles and Mazarin again.
I didn't go.
Luminara didn't go yet.
Did I
Can I poke him?
She wants to poke him.
did I skip you?
Hardcore,
Yeah.
dude.
I did. Okay, yeah. Go Luminar.
Poke him. Sweet. Okay. Yeah,
Well,
he
now
bites.
you have a D4 flanking bonus.
Yes. I'm gonna try and stab him. That's an 11. Oh wait, no. That's a. I can do math. 17 to
17
hit.
hits.
Sweet. Okay, I'm going to booming blade. That is what is that? I always forget. A D. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Soundmate. So my god.
Were you gonna say shit?
No, I wasn't. Oh, okay.
Curses.
That is an 11, 13, 15 damage.
Oh, 15 damage. This thing is bloodied.
Uh.
Okay. So with that, as this thing is attacking your double, Sal's on its back. You pierce it through the chest as Sal just gives like a shocked gasp as your blade almost pokes him in the eye and he backs off. That brings us to Charles and Maz.
Let me shoot him. 26.
That definitely hits.
Ooh. Well, I actually can't read that number. It's so small. Okay. That is a total of 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Charles would like to use his movement
Okay.
this time to go around that corner he came from Because he
Here?
has to reload later. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Get out of there.
Reloading! And then he.
Right. That is going to bring us to Mazarin. He is going to actually cast a real spell. She's going to use a chill touch.
Magic.
Telling me she's
That's
actually using
1
some verbal
point
components. Oh,
of necrotic
Oh.
damage. Yeah, she's actually using verbal components for this. As she reaches over and just does 1 point of necrotic damage, and getting the sense that it's not quite as effective as she would have hoped.
Because it's a vampire, it's already dead.
However,
Come on, we need a
prevent its
vampire.
ability to heal.
nice.
So that is going to bring us to it. Oh man, how do I choose between all these delectable? You know what? You have been a thorn in its side.
Happy to anytime.
It is going to tentacle you. 12.
Does not hit.
It's gonna do it again. Where do I just take out? No, it's in a feeding frenzy. 16.
Doesn't hit.
All right.
Light
Swings
trip.
twice. It has to take flaming sphere damage. Bringing us to you, Luminor.
Kill
Oh,
it!
Goodness. What have I've been trying to.
That wasn't Charles, that was James, but I like it.
Trying to see. I feel like I'm gonna go with. We're gonna try and stab it again. When in
It's
doubt,
been
keep
working.
stabbing. Said it is or
Right.
isn't working.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, dude. Keep poking.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay. Here we go. Booming blade. And that is 12 damage.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Oh, my god. Actually, it's more damage because of extra force damage, so I feel like this time around it's more so the force damage than her blade that does
Okay,
the killing.
all right.
Which I have also been taking force damage. Out of the blade
Yeah.
this whole time.
So with that, it comes at you with its tentacles, and you just kind of hold the levitating book in front of it, and almost like it's like a crucifix to something evil. The force damage just coming off of you that you are channeling through your arcane focus is just slowly like melting this thing away. And as you slowly will it away, Sal is also just like pushed essentially out of the room by this. As it's just trying to fight through this and reach towards you, you just swing your blade at it, but it's too far for your blade to hit. But that just channels this energy in a shock wave that just turns this thing into mist.
Cool.
And with that, the last of the Vampiric Mind Flayers have been felled.
Charles takes a moment to reload all of his weapons. Which I will mark off now.
Okay. So with that, there is just
I'm so sorry. Oh,
Silence, you are
no.
all just in the chamber. So what are you all doing?
I want to see if you had any
Um,
loots.
Luminor's
Okay.
gonna. She's gonna.
So
Get my
hold on,
spurs back.
hold on. So Charles starts walking like he like walks past the carnage of everything, and just opens a door and begins searching for loot. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'd like to Okay, I'll continue with this. I started at natural 20.
Okay. We will get back to you. Charles like
Cool.
unceremoniously just like steps over the carnage and just starts like you hear him just like wrestling through shit and like pocketing stuff. Um, um, Mazarin is going to walk past, like intersecting with Charles, see him pass, and anyone close enough might hear her just go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" As she is going to walk over to Neri to just kind of like look down and like inspect his body. Luminar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna conjure up a minor illusion of a wall, kind of wall myself off, and you just hear her vomiting, just retching and puking a couple of times.
Okay.
Okay. What's Sal doing?
Sal
Hopefully
has
healing himself.
joined Mazarin, and he is going to inspect Neri, and he's going to just like fumble around with a quick healing draft, and he's going to attempt to heal Neri.
Isn't there a hole in his skull, like all the way through?
You don't know.
Oh, sure.
You didn't look at his body.
Yeah, you're right.
Um,
Not yet.
But Mazarin sees this, and she's getting the sense that this is not going to work. And as Sal just kind of calmly like makes this mixture and like kneels down beside Neri to like pour it into his mouth, Mazarin just goes, "Oh fuck," and like takes a step back, and she's gonna walk away from this whole situation. But Sal is going to try and fail to heal Neri.
I will drop my illusion, and as she does, she's already like recomposing herself. She looks clean, and her hair is like pinned back again. I'm going to look for the necklace at the base of the stairs that Neri asked me to grab right before dawn.
Yeah, you can do that. You see, it's actually a you see a little locket. There is James. I can hear you chewing. There is a picture of, as you open it, there's a picture of a woman in it, and as soon as you pick it up, you feel this kind of odd sensation, like this warmth that kind of covers your body, and almost like there's like this like static, like blanket of like static energy that just like gently wraps around your shoulders.
I look over. So Mazarin is coming down the stairs.
No, she went up the stairs and then like down the ramparts because she did not want to see Sal's like healing ritual thing.
Gotcha. I will head up that direction and see what he's doing. And then I will see what he's doing and go, I don't think that's going to work. You should regroup with Charles and help him collect information.
Sal just says, yes, yes, and just gets up and is going to walk over towards Charles. Sal's just going to kind of stay in the corner of the room and just watch Charles kind of like toss this room here.
Is there a cloth or something that I can use to cover Neri's body with?
Yeah, I mean, looking around, there's like the one of the mind flayers here has been like completely like, disintegrated by your like force magic, and it had like a series of robes that you could use.
I'll take one of those, cover Neri up, and then I'll follow the direction that Mazarin went, so that we're in like teams of 2 right now.
Okay. You walk over to Mazarin, who's just kind of you see her just with her hand on her chest, just kind of like collecting herself, like out of like eye shot and earshot from the rest of the group. And she just goes, yeah, so the healing thing didn't work, right?
No, it did not.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
Gather any necessary evidence and supplies, and we'll recover his body on the way out.
Well, I think Charles had that locked down, so. Do you need help carrying him?
No. Thank you.
Okay. She looks at you and just goes, "Are you good?"
Yeah, are you good? And she kind of looked at her like, I don't, why are you asking? We're all fine right now. Everything's totally chill.
She looks and just goes, "Yeah. Okay, good. Just checking." And then she will just begin to walk past Neri's body, kind of walk down and kind of join Sal and Charles. So, Charles, you find a couple things. There is a small cane that looks like it is. It's got like some arcane runes.
Cool.
You find what looks like a spell scroll. You
Cool.
don't know what spell.
Yeah.
And a small little looks like a collection tin of counting out about 500 gold.
Wow.
Feeling for the
Awesome.
church? Yes.
There is also what looks like a hastily written note that is from Thassin Elvire. That is just kind of a like bullet point list of instructions in which it implies that he's essentially using trying to create a controllable mind flayer colony to attempt to influence the Oracle. And just indicate that he's keeping them in a dungeon under the Shardlight District. With your investigation check, this the ink on this paper's still wet.
Like someone just wrote it, or like earlier today, or
like maybe like an hour ago.
Cool. I will take that piece of paper and give it to Mazarin and let her know that the ink is still wet. Like somebody left this like just before we got here. But I'll give it to her. Because she looks a little flustered
She doesn't look flustered. She looks annoyed with you.
with me.
Yeah.
Then I'm still gonna give her this.
Yep. She takes it without breaking eye contact.
And I let her know the ink's still dry, and maybe, what do you think that means? Because he wasn't here when we got him, and we got him, more than an hour ago. And I will
Well-
not wait for a response. I will go find Luminara, because I don't like when people are annoyed with me.
Right.
And I would rather avoid a conflict.
Natural.
I give Luminara, hey, I found this magic stuff, and you're the magic one. So I give her the scroll and the cane,
Okay.
and then I say I'd like to say a few words for Neri, if you would like to join me. If not, I totally understand. But I go over to Neri's body, and I just kind of have a moment of silence with him. And then I pick him up and start to go downstairs.
Okay. So you collect Neri. Is there anything else you are all doing in the chamber before you leave?
Oh, I give everyone 125 gold.
Okay. So you dole out some gold that you looted. Everyone gets 125 gold pieces. Although, yeah.
You said there's 500, right?
Yeah, 500. So, yeah, everyone gets 125. Okay. So presumably you're headed back towards Vellum Heights.
Yeah, shit, we should have. I lay down Neri really quick, and I kind of like go through his stuff to see if I can find out if there's like a way he wants to get like buried or whatever, like some kind of religious thing or something. Because I thought,
Um,
oh shit, we didn't check.
Yeah.
But
So
we don't know
Pierce,
what to do.
what would Charles find as he goes through Neri's stuff?
Not much. He doesn't have really anything of value on him besides his weapons. And you find your spurs in his pocket.
Can I sleight of hand those into my stuff?
Sure.
Good time to find out what my sleight of hand is. Ooh, that is a 19 total.
Okay. Pretty sure that's going to beat everyone's passive perception, so you can do that.
But I don't find anything like religious or anything like that.
There's nothing religious, no religious symbols. You find some crumbs of old biscuits in his pockets. Nothing of value, nothing of note.
I wrap him back up and pick him back up. I guess we'll just do it however they do it here. We should have talked about that before.
Maybe
We,
the
we
legend
spent all night on
collected
that roof.
information, our blood type and I don't know, our burial preferences.
Yeah, that might be a good thing to discuss.
Okay. So with that, you all make your way to Vellum Heights. As you do, you'll be met with by Theo and Marion, who will hear word of what has happened. Theo is going to take Neri's death a little bit hard, as Neri was kind of the first friendly face he saw down in the dungeon when he was about to be turned into a mind flayer himself. Marion also, in kind of a uncharacteristic way, seems pretty distraught. You would see her from like a second story as she's looking down, watching you guys enter. Presumably she's already heard the news. And as you all approach, Charles holding Neri's smaller form, kind of wrapped in linens, you watch as she just kind of like holds a hand to her mouth and turns around and kind of like rushes inside her office. Theo is going to basically immediately begin preparing like a Sanctiforge type burial rite that he's going to perform for Neri, as he's going to be essentially interned in the Undercroft below the large temple here in Vellum Heights. And he's going to let anyone know that they're welcome to come. And he also asks Marion to say a few words, which she reluctantly agrees to. So if anyone would like to show up to Theo's burial ceremony, you are welcome, but he will point out that it is no problem if you wish to celebrate the life of Neri in your own way, is how he put it. So is anyone going to abstain?
No.
Nope.
I mean, I will be there.
Yep.
Okay. So with that, I think your whole party's going to show up. You watch as you're all kind of gathered in this small, dark room. You still feel the heat from the desert climate above you that's just like seeping through like open windows within the clay structure. And Theo just steps in and says, hello, sorry, I mean, peace be upon all gathered here today. May we commend the soul of Neri, servant of the Ledger and the founder himself, to the founder, I guess. I didn't know Neri for very long. I don't think most of us did, but in that short time, he and you all, it saved my life. He was, I thought I was toast. I had that thing that happened to me, and well, he was the first one that came through and led me out, and so I guess I sort of associate him with hope for myself, I guess. But he didn't have to do any of that. He was, as far as I understand, he was a textile worker. Yet found himself here through the Oracle. Praise be. But he didn't have to do any of that. I'm not anyone important. He and you all could have just let me, meet whatever fate was in store. But you didn't, and he didn't. But he did. He just did it. And that's just who he was. Brave, quiet, and he was nice. He was really nice. So he was just here helping. Didn't do it for gold or for favor, but he was trying to stop something bad. and to protect people, and that means something. It means everything. So, may the flames of industry purify what was pained, and may the gears remember his motion. May the founder know him as we did, as someone good. So, thank you, everybody. And with that, he steps back and like nods his head at Marion, and Marion just like shakes her head no, and he like nods and like, and she steps up, just goes. Well, obviously, I also didn't have much time to get to know Neri, but I just want to take a second to say I have faith in Block 252. I've seen what you're all willing to walk into, and I bet it's easy to forget in all the noise and chaos and violence, but I do want you to know that what you're doing matters, that it means something. But it does matter, and it does mean something, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Neri gave his life doing something important, so now it's on us to make it important. So it's on us to make it count. So we're not going to let it be for nothing. She nods and leaves the room. Okay. Theo steps back up and goes, nice and short. Short and sweet. Well, at this part, we'll lower his body into the, yep, right there. And there's another like Sanctiforge monk that essentially has Neri's already in like a casket, like begins like using this pulley system to lower him into the ground, closing
Wait,
the
can
casket.
I say something?
Oh yeah, sure. We typically do the burial part first, but did you want to leave it open?
Oh,
before,
do your thing.
Yeah,
Do it however.
you'll have a chance to. I was gonna get to that. You'll all have a chance to, if you want to say something, you can. But just symbolically, we want to intern his body to the gears of the founder's creation. So down into the crate machine he goes. All right. And then they close the casket. He says, "Now we can all take a little bit of this. This is sands from the Pale Marches, and I'll start." And he just like drops a little bit of sand on, and then just like beckons you all to come over and drop some sand in.
Okay. Drop some sand.
Drop
Okay.
some sand.
Very good. And then Nathaniel here will sort of do the rest. You can go now. And then the monk just begins like putting the rest of like this large pile of like dirt and sand over the casket and says, "Now, if anyone wishes to say a few words, we can all do it together."
I would like to say something.
Yeah.
Well, like all y'all, I didn't really know Neri that well, but we spent one night on the top of this very building. I was surveying, trying to make us a map, and he was just there, trying to be a friend. And I'll say, you know, I didn't learn very much about him, because I told him to be quiet because I was trying to make a map. But, you know, he asked me to call him Neri, because that's what his friends call him. And so, it's always hard to lose a friend, especially in battle. But, we know he's wherever he goes, he's watching out for us now. And, I'm gonna miss that little bastard. We'll see you soon. Sooner than you think.
With that, Theo puts his hand on your shoulder, kind of pats your back a little bit, and just kind of repeats after you, just goes, "Yeah, sooner than you think." That was nice, Charles. That was as lovely as it was folksy. Anybody else?
Lenore will step up, very rigidly, Yedin Nerik, a week was enough to see his worth, and he was worth more than most. Steadfast to the last, we will finish what he started. And she steps back.
Right. So, if there's nothing else, and he kind of looks over at anyone remaining, he says, we can go ahead and close in a little scripture. I'll bring us back to the songs of the founder, and let us all remember the wise words of the great hymn book, chapter 3, verse 6. For I shall want for nothing, for the machine provideth all that I am fit to need. Thank you, everybody, for coming down. And I'm sure we'll all remember Neri in our own way. So this was really nice, everybody. Thank you. And he'll just smile and say, and if anyone needs anyone to talk to, I will be here. Take some time to process this. And yeah, my door's always open.
Charles takes a drink out of his flask and then pours a little on Neri's grave. And then goes to put the cap on and pours a little bit more on Neri's grave and then closes it off. Puts it away. Thanks for speaking, Luminara. Means a lot.
Certainly. Seems everyone has their own little ritual type thing. Honestly, I feel like that was more for Theo than for any of us.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. We go to battle. Sometimes you lose a friend. Part of the game, unfortunately. But people kept saying we're gonna finish what he started, but we kind of did already when we killed the last face sucker. That was the last mission he had.
And the first mission.
Hey, still finished it. Were you surprised that she got all choked up about and died? Not what I expected.
I'll say that she has seemed quite attached to our group in what to me seems to be an unhealthy level.
Yeah.
Or at least more than I would expect.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I thought she was kind of weird day one, but I don't really get women very well, anyways.
Well, I kind of get the sense. And then she goes to say something and stops.
No, go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm totally. We're all friends here, right?
I mean, already we've known each other for a week.
That-
Or 4 days.
Pretty long in my book.
I mean, I get the sense that maybe in general you don't understand people
Oh,
overall
wow,
very well.
That's worse than I thought it was gonna be.
Sorry, I actually
Well, I thought
am
you were
not
gonna call me
sorry.
gay. And I was like, I could take that. But don't
Well,
understand
no, I
people
just
at all.
not. I mean, you pistol whipped a choir director.
Yeah, I mean, I don't make the best decisions, Numenor. But
I
that's
don't.
what
I
you're
don't.
here for.
I mean, yeah. That's. We each have our specialties, and I mean, I'm not great with people either. Just
I feel,
slightly better, and
I feel like I've done pretty well since that whole pistol whip incident. Overall.
overall, yes. We can just. Honestly, I feel like Yedin and Mazarin were our top contenders for the social ones, and
Yeah, I mean, I still think Mazarin would have taken it. She's pretty, I don't know, but she could, like, read your mind or something. Seems kind of like cheating. I don't want Saul talking to people.
oh,
He's crazy.
certainly not. Yeah, so you're definitely above him.
I'll take that.
Okay.
You think it's just
Well,
gonna be the four of us now?
uh, I. I mean, I kind of presumed that the Legiman would send a replacement. I don't know how the teams work, but
I don't either. Guess that's something we know the same about.
yes. I don't know about you, but I could do for some sustenance and
Oh,
some rest.
I've been waiting for someone to say something about food. 'Cause I am starving. Like Martin.
Quite famished and quite exhausted, actually. That
Yeah,
was a little more than I expected.
you and me both.
Should we check on Marion before we?
You know, it's not a bad idea. At least
Because
just,
I also feel like we kind of left on some tense terms.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just stand there and you can do the checking in.
Certainly.
I don't think she likes me.
Well, you have said some things to her that certainly would put you pretty low on her list, I think.
Yeah, so I'll just be there for moral support. For you, I guess.
Can we try and find Marion?
Yeah.
Mm,
You don't have to look too hard. She's in her office.
yeah, she works
It
here.
looks like the door is kind of a little bit ajar.
We get there,
Um,
I'm still gonna knock.
yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna knock twice and then enter, and I don't think she waits around for a response.
Yeah, you knock twice. I mean, as you do, the door is already kind of like opening a little bit, and you hear some like you hear a little sniffle, and you hear some papers rapidly being shuffled around.
I will stand outside of the doorway, but visibly there.
Um, as you so Luminor, you step in.
Mm-hmm.
How much time do you give her?
Uh, I'll wait till she acknowledge. I'll just let her finish up and wait till she acknowledges or says
Okay.
something. Like,
You
and it's awkward.
she
She's standing
says,
there kind of awkwardly.
yeah,
I feel
she says, come in.
like. Marion, hi.
Oh, you also heard her cast a spell, by the way.
Oh,
It would have been I mean, you could tell this was a quick prestidigitation spell.
We wanted to, Charles and I, he's waiting outside.
I'll be visible, but outside the door.
Oh, is
For sure.
just wanted to
Charles, why don't you
check
come in
on
and
you.
close the door?
I walk in kind of stiffly, close the door behind me.
I'm sorry. What can I
How
do
are
for you?
you? How are you doing? Are
She
you?
cocks her head quizzically. You came to check on me?
Yes.
Is there like chairs for us to sit in?
There are chairs.
I'll pull one out for Luminara.
Sit down.
As you do, Luminara, you look down. There is one of the uh, like folders that was dropped. And there's like a little handwritten note, almost like a sticky note that's like put on this stack of papers that's like kind of messily like jammed into this folder. And the title reads Permutational Dissidence.
That is on the floor. Does she see that I see this?
No.
Yeah, I go and sit down in the chair that Charles pulled out.
I'll also take a seat in the other chair.
She says, "This is unusual. I'm fine." How are you all?
Seemed to take Yedin Neric's death hard.
This is odd because the last time we spoke, it seemed like maybe I was getting a little bit too attached with your group, and maybe I should just let you figure things out on your own. Sorry, I'm lashing out. I feel responsible for your group. So, yeah, if anyone gets hurt or dies, I just feel like maybe there is something I could have done to stop it, or just that maybe this whole thing was stupid. And by that, I guess I mean everything going on with the Sanctiforge. I was the one who kind of selected this job to begin with, so I just feel responsible, I guess.
Well, it's not like you called our names into service. Someone was going to be here.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Can you ensure that we're not being listened to right now? That something within your wheelhouse?
I guess I can. I mean, you can never really be 100%, but she'll quickly cast a spell, and like you watch as her eyes glow blue for a second, and like looks around and says, "I certainly don't see anything."
So it's interesting that you feel responsible. Well, because you asked me to sort of step up, and I'm trying to. I am.
She is.
But thank you, Charles. So we're sort of being pulled into things that aren't things we don't necessarily understand, threats that we can't really
Aren't equipped.
aren't
to
equipped to
handle.
fight against. Yes, thank you. No, we have not been forthcoming with you, and from my perspective, I'm not sure how the other members feel, but I believe that if they knew or even suspected that you knew, that you could very well end up like our former party member. So, losing you would complicate things. I would feel, and then she stopped. Yeah, she doesn't say how she would feel, but I would feel.
Responsible.
I know that's not an answer as to what's going on, but I just wanted to clarify.
You watch as Marion's hands right now are kind of shaking as she like pulls them back for a second and like puts them under the table, but you just see like her hands are trembling and she just goes to hide them. I'm sorry. Was there a question?
No, I reckon there was not. More of an explanation for our actions.
You do not have to explain anything. I think you are being put into an impossible situation. And I think the fact that you have performed as well as you did is showing that I think you are absolutely making exemplary ledgermen. And her hands are still shaking. She goes to scratch her eye. And I know that it probably doesn't feel like it, but this, from my standpoint, is a massive success. What you've all accomplished here. And I think that the corruption that you've rooted out has gone much further than anyone, certainly than I expected. So I know this feels like a loss, but I want you all to be really proud of what you've accomplished here. And I certainly will be making that known in my own report to the Ledgerman.
I will go to stand up.
Charles will attempt to stand up and pull her chair out for her.
And then I'll pick up the folder on the floor and hand that over to her.
Give me an insight check.
Who?
Luminora.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it to you with advantage.
Big money. 21.
Big money.
You watch as she you hand it to her. She looks down. You watch as her eyes immediately like read the title of what you've read, and she looks at you with a blank expression, takes this and says, "Thank you," and sets it down. I'm gonna say she got a natural 20 on her
Damn.
opposing check. So you are getting the sense that, like, I imagine Luminor was maybe looking for a little bit. She was fishing a little bit, like looking for a response. All you get is this: she's good. Like, you could tell that, like, there was some kind of something there, but you did not catch her with her guard down.
Yeah, as I hand it to her and that whole back and forth happens. Where did you grow up, Marion? And Lenore's kind of smirking.
I grew up in Logistica. Why do you ask?
I feel like you would be a fitting noble in Conscriptus.
Interesting. I suppose I'll take that as a compliment. Although I doubt that I'd have any of the martial skills that I know that they need. But thank you.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's more than martial skills.
Of course.
Of course.
Hey, do you want to get a drink with me later?
Sure.
Charles is standing here, very confused.
Of course, any of your party members are welcome.
Well, Charles and I were going to get some food. We're both quite.
I was thinking
famished.
a little later.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just find me in my office. I'll be here. It's going to be a late one for me, so it would help to just reset, get this off our minds, maybe.
All right. And then the Lord walks out.
Okay.
As soon as she leaves, Charles pushes both chairs back in, and then exits.
She just
You
like
want
gives
this-
you like a polite like smile and nod, and then she sits back down.
You want this closed or open?
Close, please.
Got it, boss. And then I close the door as I leave.
Okay.
You think she asked you on a date?
What? No, certainly not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did
I'm
she?
not. No, you.
No, I think we're just gonna go get some drinks because,
I'm
Sad?
just saying.
I mean, she's
Yeah,
sad.
no, totally. Yeah, just the way she asked was a little different attitude than the rest of the conversation. Catch my drift.
I thought we were doing like a. I was trying to figure out. I thought she had a secret. Did you see that folder on the ground?
I saw a folder on the ground. I did not get to read the title.
Oh, see, my thing was, and I feel like we're walking to go get food at this point.
Yeah,
right?
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
See, my thing was, I don't know if have you ever been to Conscriptus?
Can't say that I have.
Okay, well, there's this thing we call it the Great Game, where the noble houses are all vying for power, and sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to earn power, not in a stabby kind of way. So I
But
was
in
trying
like
to
a
hand
sneaky
her.
way.
Exactly, yes. I was trying
Yeah.
to get a sense of what sort of thing she's playing at. But then she kind of countered that almost perfectly, like she had the perfect blank expression. Threw me completely off guard. Anyway, I think she's hiding something.
What did the folder? What was it called?
It said permutational dissidence. Does that
Like permutational, as in changing
I think so. Or
and
types, like
dissonance.
different.
Yeah, different kinds of
Yeah.
disobedience. I would guess is what it meant. Right.
It's a little
We're,
weird.
we're gathered, different kinds of groups that gather for, dissonant reasons.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Luminora, give me an unskilled intelligence check. The DC for this is going to be 16.
Yes, sir. Ooh, yes, that is a 19.
Ooh.
Okay.
23.
So, in this context, especially being in the Sanctiforge, dealing with the Oracle, your mind brings you, when it discusses dissonance or dissidence, your mind brings you to the notion of the dissidence coefficients. And the notion that people are assigned a dissidence coefficient, right? And some of them are pulled out the streets, brought to the Oracle. You can, determine whatever happens to them, maybe still up in the air, although you saw maybe a little glimpse of it. The notion of bringing permutations into that is interesting. Maybe that could mean permutations. I mean, it is a divining device, so maybe it's looking at different possibilities that could bring one to a different number. But another thought that comes to you is the notion of combining groups of people, and now assigning essentially group coefficients to different permutations and combinations of people that would give you a different number than the individual number, or potentially far different than even say the median or the mean. The notion that with combinations you could have a wildly different number. And then already with your wizard brain kind of taking it to the next step, it's well, on one hand, this could potentially mean rehabilitation before something happened or someone did some crime or something against the FETC, where you could essentially pull someone out of an environment and put them in a different one. Or potentially you could
The
take people
opposite.
that the opposite.
Ooh, juicy.
And is she thinking about this while we're walking?
Yeah, I'm like that one meme where that lady is like doing,
Yeah.
and there's like calculations.
And so I'm just like kind of silently walking with Luminar.
Okay. So, yeah, as you're walking with that thought, is there anything else you'd like to discuss or do?
Hey,
I feel like we
shut
should
up.
have asked Marion about if we're getting another
We
legiment or
should
not.
have.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I think we're just trying to find some food and short rest. At least, yeah, short rest.
And a bed.
I beg.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely make a short rest. Okay. You can
Yes.
absolutely find some food, whatever comforts you wish. Were you going to accept Marion's invitation?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not. I assume that they're on a date.
Well, I tell you, I'm like, if you want, because social social skills. None. So I'm
Luminar,
like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get drinks if you wanna come get drinks.
I know you're gonna go get drinks, but it seems like it's a date. Do you want me to come with you?
I mean, if you don't want to come, you don't have to.
That's
I'm
not the question I'm
pretty
asking
sure
you.
it's not a. I'm just.
Was there anyone
okay.
else there when she asked?
I mean, you were there.
No. I'm talking to Luminara.
Okay.
Was there anyone else there when she asked?
No, it's just you and I.
Did she say, Luminara and Charles, do you want to grab drinks? Or was she looking at you and then realize I was still there and then include everyone?
Charles, I think you are overthinking this.
You know, you might be right, but I am going to go take a nap either way. So,
Yeah. Okay.
let me know how the day goes. And he walks away. To find wherever his room is, I forget.
Were you going to let anyone else in your party know that this is happening?
I try to make sure that we don't run into anyone else in our party because I know she's going to try and invite someone.
Yeah. I guess unless it comes up, no.
Okay.
Am I about to get murdered?
Okay.
I'm gonna get murdered, guys.
Am I?
Murdered.
Oh, you could get totally taken out right now.
100%.
I'm not
So-
sharing a room with anyone, right?
No. You were sharing a room with Nary.
Oh, cool. So I
Aw.
have my own room now. I'm gonna clean my weapons, reload them, and then go to sleep. Just for a nap, just a couple hours.
What time of day is it? I feel like it's still like midday, right?
You've spent the whole day like chilling and doing whatever the burial.
Okay.
So in fact, everyone could have had a long rest at this point.
Oh,
Thank you.
sweet. Love a long rest. Actually,
Too late. Long rest already happened. You can't actually.
okay. I'm just gonna say I'm actually kind of fine with the short rest.
Why not take the long one if you got it?
I don't know. What if I can't long rest later on? Then I don't know.
Then you can.
You don't
short
have to
rest
take
that
it,
time.
but I will say everyone else in your party has been taking a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am gonna take a nap, maybe an hour or two. Someone died. Charles is exhausted.
Halfling. Yeah, I guess I'll just go to Marion's office since Charles doesn't want to come.
Okay. As you step outside, you will see Mazarin, who's just kind of like got one foot up on the like clay railing, like just looking out over the city. She's like just drinking out of a flask. How are you dressed right now?
Same exact uniform.
Same exact as you all are. Okay.
Mm.
Um, she is just like sipping on a little flask, kind of looks at you and just gives you a nod and looks like back out towards the city.
Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You good?
Yeah. Gonna go get some drinks with Marion. Although I don't know how it works in the Sanctiforge, but
Just you and her?
yeah, Charles didn't want to come.
Whose idea was this?
I think she's taking Geddon's death pretty hard.
So did you ask her to get drinks with you?
No, she asked if I wanted to get drinks.
Just you.
No, Charles was there. We were checking on her in our office.
But he's not coming.
I think he's napping.
What do you make of her?
You know, I think she's hiding something.
I think so too.
What do you think?
I think so too. Like,
I saw
why is
something-
she sometimes, it seems like her reactions are sometimes out of proportion
Exactly.
to what
It's
I would
like-
expect.
It feels like she might have. It's almost like she bet like 100,000 gold on our group being successful or something.
Right. Like she's got a lot at stake, and she hasn't been very upfront about that.
Thank you. Yes. And I saw a file in her office called Permutational of Dissidence. Have you heard of that?
Permutational. What the fuck does that mean?
I was thinking about it and I was thinking that maybe, you collect groups of people and by the very nature of them being together, it changes the dissidence coefficient or something of that sort. I don't know.
Why would she be looking into
Theory.
dissonance coefficients?
I don't know.
If she's working with the spy master, and presumably we're an arm of the spy master, I don't see what that would have to do with dissidence coefficients. That's weird. She's up to some shit.
I know. Thank you. I
Great.
told Charles that, and he was like, I mean, he agreed, maybe. I don't know. He didn't seem very, very interested.
I mean, what do you want from the
Yeah,
guy?
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow,
That's-
wow, wow.
Okay. We'll have fun.
Oh, you're not coming?
And no, this is a date, right?
Uh,
I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay.
She said, I. Laura pauses and I was like trying to think back about that. I don't know
Look.
actually. I've never been on a date. I'm just gonna go hang. I don't know.
That's okay.
I should actually probably practice my sword forms. Actually, that's
What?
my
What are you
form.
talking about?
Like, if this is this a waste of time? This might be a waste of time.
The date? Go on the
Yes.
date.
Okay.
Even if you don't want to, go on the date because
Okay. Information.
Yeah. Now
Yes.
again, I don't want to spoil your thing. Like if you're into it or whatever, that's fine. But
I
yes,
thought I
you
was
would-
just socializing. I mean, she is very sneaky, and I thought, I don't know.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you figure this out, but will you let me inside your mind real quick?
So quick question about that. does that what sort of access do you get when I just say yes? Is this like a blanket digging around?
I think everyone's under the impression that I can sort of just read all your thoughts. Well, I guess I could if I wanted to, but it's not just like something I do all the time. I can talk to you and I can hear back. Anything else is akin to like if someone was casting a spell to read your mind, which I'm not doing. To be clear, I'd like to give you a little help.
Okay.
And I always want to, if it helps, I can move my hands around, but just sometimes I don't need to. So, can I
Yeah,
give you a
it's
little
just
help?
today was a lot, and it's like, whoa, who knows what's going on in there? It could be, but yes, go for it.
Okay. She's just gonna like look at you for a second, and be like, "Okay, good luck."
That's it. Are you just in there?
No, I'm done. You're good. Good luck.
Okay. I'm intensely uncomfortable with this. Luminor is intensely uncomfortable with this
Yep.
all of a sudden.
Um, with that, she'll just kind of like watch you. I presume you go to head towards Marion's.
Yeah. As I'm walking there, I'm gonna go in my head. Mazarin, are you here?
No response.
Okay. That makes me even more uncomfortable. All right. Yeah. Go to Marion's office.
So,
I'm so glad that Mazarin came to the same conclusion as me. Makes me feel good.
yeah, you head to Marion's office. I will say, Marion is. It looks like she got started without you.
Hmm.
There's like a crystal decanter of like this dark liquor on her desk. The door's open, by the way, um, and it's like a third of the way full. She's got a crystal glass to herself, and she's just like holding the glass to her head as she's just like going over some papers. Um, she's not really wearing her typical um, like diplomacy attire. She's kind of in like a long, flowy, like elven, gold trimmed, like very comfortable looking gown. Um, as you approach, she doesn't hear you. She seems like she's already a little drunk.
That's a nice gown. I don't.
Oh, Lunar, you came. Come on in.
Thanks. How are you?
She'll kind of like pop up and like kind of like jaunt behind you and close the door, and then turn and just say, "Some people are not open to the idea of having open liquor in Vellum Heights, so I don't want to cause a whole thing with Theo because it's already come up once or twice or 3 or 4 or 5 times. So,
Is that just a
please, let me pour you a glass. This is a green bottle reserve. Um,
Grandma
I
Reserve.
don't actually. That sounds. I'm actually not that well versed in liquor, so that
oh, you're
sounds
gonna love
lovely.
this. You're gonna love this. It's from, um, where's it from? It's from Mistrala.
Oh,
Have you ever
nice.
been?
No,
Oh no, I asked. Of
Admiral.
course, yeah,
Yeah,
I know that you
Admiral
haven't been.
Qatar says I have not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, it's made by, uh, well, it's made in a little community outside of Orphan called the Halfling Farms. So
Oh,
sort
oh,
of fitting, right? Yeah.
yeah.
I just thought of that just now. Um, but it said that each bottle. Oh wait. Let's open up a new bottle.
Huh?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
open up a new
Yep.
bottle. Yeah, just trust me, you don't want that. And she takes this bottle, goes and like grabs like a new bottle of this stuff and like corks it open, And she just goes, "You're going to get your own bottle, and I'm going to get my own bottle." And she actually just hands you the bottle.
Oh. Are there any glasses around?
She'll hand you a glass too as you look uncomfortable with just like the
Okay.
bottle.
Yeah. Luminor will pour herself a drink and sets the bottle down. What is her desktop looking like?
It is cleaned of like all like papers and all that stuff.
Mhm.
There is a single like stack of papers in front of her. It looks like she is getting drunk in the midst of like writing her report to the ledgerman.
Gotcha. Okay. Two friends.
Her
And I go
friends.
to toast. Yep.
Yeah, she'll toast and like she'll just like take a big swig from her glass.
Take a tiny sip.
Okay. So are you going to spend the evening like attempting not to get drunk?
Uh, yes.
Okay,
Luminor actually has not drank before,
I know.
and so she's very hesitant about this stuff.
Yeah. So
And she's also trying to get a vibe on what Marion's deal is, and so she doesn't want to get so drunk that she's not able to do that.
um so I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm pretty sure we know what the vibe is.
Ooh, natural 20, 25.
Okay. So as soon as you take a sip of this liquor, it is smooth. The flavors are so complex that you are you are taken on a journey. I mean, it's like somehow it just tastes like a very like ancient and like legendary warship. Like there's almost like a
Well,
history to the flavor here. Like as you taste it, you're like, oh shit, like this is for like an admiral.
mm-hmm,
Like there's history with each sip.
mm-hmm.
Um, so and you feel just like this sense of like euphoria, but in a calm way. Like you're not getting like giddy. It's it's almost like this sense of like invincibility that is like coming across you. You also feel like this almost like yearning, like your mind is like reaching out for something, and there's nothing there to grasp onto. Give me an Arcana check.
Terrifying. 18.
18. Um, you kind of put two and two together. You've heard of certain liquors made by like legendary brewmasters that can create almost like a brief connection between those that drink it. Um, Yet the story is that each brew, meaning each bottle, is different. So you get the sense that if you and her were drinking from the same bottle, that there may be kind of more of like a mental connection here that she seemed like she was trying to avoid by giving you a new bottle. So you're almost having like this group experience just with yourself while she's having a separate group experience just with herself. Um, so, um, as the evening goes on, she she pours you a drink. You take a few sips. You start with like a little bit of small talk, and then she just kind of explains like, it's very not to sound weird, but you look like you're ready to go to war. Do you own any other clothes?
I actually do not.
Do you want
These,
to borrow some?
I mean,
Actually,
sure,
you can just have some. Um, here,
but I
and
mean,
she'll like open a door to the side that goes into her room, and she's gonna come out with like a bunch of like clothing options for more like comfort wear for you. And she's just kind of like throwing clothes all over the place. And she's like, take whatever you want.
um, Luminar's going to try and find something that is long sleeved, high neck.
There is not much that fits that vibe. There's one gown that's like, it's, I guess in a way it's long sleeve, but it's got like oval cuts going through like the upper part. It's like very flashy. This is like a high society like ball gown. It's got kind of like a very like Duchess of Vampirism kind of like vibe to it, like a little bit like gothic. And she just goes, "Oh, that's an excellent choice. That is
Where did you
a
even wear this?
that's I did it in like a diplomacy thing in Drakmire. That's like a Drakmiri
Into
like
Drakmire?
yeah. We the spy master sent me over to have a meeting with one of the court members of the of King Faraday's chambers, and yeah, they. I mean, there's a whole thing going on over there. That's in the next like 20 or so years. You didn't hear it from me, but I think we're going to be at war with Drakmire again.
Question,
Wow.
where is her bottle of alcohol? Where is my bottle of alcohol right now?
I think it would make sense that yours is kind of by you. She was
Mhm.
drinking out of that crystal decanter.
Okay. Is it in her hand?
No.
Okay. Uh, is there a spot for Luminor to get changed?
Are you asking her that?
I guess I am.
Yeah. She'll say, "Oh, you can change in my room."
Perfect. And I will walk in that direction. And can I grab her bottle of alcohol and say, I'll take a couple of sips while I'm getting changed? Very casually.
Okay.
Very casually.
Uh,
Very chill.
Give me a performance check here.
Ah! That's a 5.
Okay. As you do, she just like grabs your hand and just goes, "Oops, careful," and she kind of like gets real close to you, and she like gently pries the crystal decanter out of your hand, and then she is pretty toasted. She's like in your face now, and she says, um, "I would be careful with that because I didn't say this, and I'm assuming you don't know this, but this green bottle reserve means that if we drink from the same glass or the same bottle, we can be in each other's minds, and I don't think that you want that."
Oh, wait, why not? That sounds fun.
Give me a persuasion check.
13.
Okay. She looks at you, kind of gives like a like coy smile, and she's gonna let go of your hand and let you take the bottle, the decanter.
All right,
Crazy.
go into the room.
Okay. So you're changing into a gown. You are
Yep.
drinking out of the decanter.
Yep.
How much you drink it?
I take a big swig, like a whole drink's worth.
Hearty swig. Okay.
Hardy.
Give me a second wisdom saving throw.
Oof. 13. Wait. 12. I can do
12.
math.
So you are inebriated from this.
Gonzo.
all your ability checks are going to be at disadvantage
Okay.
outside of wisdom-based checks,
Oh, okay.
and that is because of the counterbalancing of Marion's enhance ability spell that she cast on you.
Ah.
Oh, what? Okay.
So you are straight roll for wisdom, everything else disadvantage.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait, you said that's from Marion or from Mazarin?
Mazarin hit you with an enhance ability before you came in.
Yep.
So, above the table, I guess, like what, or not a bit, what is Luminora's goal here? Because I'll give you I'll give you this for free. You can pretty much tell that Marion is, as someone that's maybe done this in a different way, this seems like somebody that's maybe kind of like lashing out or overcorrecting, and getting like a little bit reckless.
Mhm.
She is acting like kind of in a very like flirty way. Um, but again, you're starting to see some patterns where she goes from like completely composed to kind of like losing her shit a little bit. And you get the
Yeah.
sense that this is kind of one of those moments where she's losing her shit a little bit, except doing it in just a way you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So what is Luminora's general like approach slash goals for what she's doing here tonight?
So, general goal is to get a better sense of either through conversation or this weird alcoholic mind link, or even like seeing what she's writing about. But, well, not now that she's super drunk. But getting a better sense of what, if she can, what Marion's goals are specifically. Like she knows or she has the sense that something about block 252 is really important to her and she just is suspicious of that. She feels like they are more important to her than they should be. Kind of like what Mazarin said, what they were talking about.
So you're fishing.
I'm fishing. But
Okay.
but Luminar's also kind of having some fun. She doesn't do this and this is kind of fun to, well, I don't know. It's fun to be drunk.
Okay. So you're kind of like, it sounds like you're fishing, you're kind of leaning in.
Yeah.
Now there's pretty clearly like that Marion is kind of exuding like an attraction to you, whether it's like, wherever it's coming from. Is that generally, and even you, I think, can see with like her body language and all this stuff, is that something that you're going to kind of like with your body language, like shut down or lean into?
I would say that she would be mentally leaning into it, but she is a very awkward, not charismatic, does not understand how to communicate emotions very well type of person. And so it might look awkward from someone else looking in.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, as you exit, Marion's just gonna go, "Oh my god," and just, "You look incredible." And she's like, "Come sit down with me." And she's gonna like pull you over to like a little. She essentially got like a day bed, like in her room, and you have now the one bottle that you're both drinking from. And she is just going to sit down with you, and let's start with this to kind of, because we're not going to play through the whole like however like many hours you're going to be here and however drunk you're going to get. Let's do this with three. Well, this is going to be social initiative here, so I'm going to
Okay.
give you initiative.
Okay.
What is your first move as far as where you want to like steer this conversation, this like,
Yeah.
how you want this to go?
Just going to start off with asking or like joking about how does this mind stuff work? This alcohol's fun and great. going based
Okay.
off of that and trying to like figure out this link that they're supposed to be having.
Got it. So, um, go ahead and give me a contested wisdom check.
Okay, just a flat wisdom check.
The number to beat is 13.
Natural 14 for
Okay.
something else.
So as you ask her that, you can tell Marion is a little bit like she's having fun as well, but you can tell there's this thing in her where she's like, "Be careful," and she just says, "Well, I've actually never done it with someone else before, as being a working for the spy master, you lose certain liberties. But as I understand, as we both drink from the same brew, our consciousness begins to blend. Where they say sometimes I'll be able to see into some of your memories, and you'll be able to see into some of mine. And as I understand, it just happens. So maybe if we just. And she just kind of like leans into you and just begins like staring at you like a little bit intently, almost as though she's just like trying to like read you.
Fair warning, some of my memories might be a little intense.
As you say that, she's gonna go in and try to kiss you.
What?
Yeah. I was yeah. She beat me to it.
Okay. As she does, there's like a second. It's like really nice, and then she shoots up and just goes, "What the fuck?"
Ugh.
And she's looking at you like a little terrified.
Oh, what did you?
She goes, "I'm sorry." And you watch as she's now like beginning to like, there's like tears forming at her eyes, and she's like clutching like her like belly,
Are you okay?
and she's like beginning to like hyperventilate a little bit.
Oh, just slow, deep breaths. It's
And
it
she's gonna
passes.
like sit down. Sorry, that was a lot.
Do you wanna talk about it? Luminor actually laughs about it a little bit. She doesn't know what she's seen, I presume.
She just says, "Well, I was on my hands and knees, and I saw like a lotus and a sword, and then I guess you died.
Yeah.
So I guess I knew about the pruning, but didn't realize it was so visceral. I would have thought it was maybe more humane."
You learn to accept it. It's a little intense the first few times. Luminar is actually going to take another sip of her drink. Actually, probably big. She does not feel comfortable talking about this.
Yeah. So with that, you like take a sip of your drink and look over at her. And as you do, you do not see her. You see like a kind of middle-aged human man who looks like he's wearing kind of like a worker's attire or something like that. And he's like looking at you with like a very earnest look in his eyes. And he just says, "I understand you're angry. I know you want to hurt them. But take it from someone who's gone down this path. It's not worth it. The machine can't be brought down, and anyone who tries is going to end up the way your parents did. And I got out. I got you out, and I don't want you to go back. I want you to have a life. And that just like fades away, and Marion's just looking at you and just says, "What?" And then
Did I
that
have-
smile begins to like fade a little bit the longer you take to respond. Go
Do I
ahead.
have any indication about where that was?
It was here in the office. It was this weird blend of realities where you just
Oh.
saw, yeah.
Um, sorry about your parents that
What?
something happened to them.
Um, no, my parents are fine. Sorry, this was a bad idea. Um, I don't think I should be. This is wrong. I shouldn't be looking into your mind. I shouldn't know any of that.
No, wait. I haven't had anybody ever to share stuff like this with.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage here.
Oh, oh, that's a 4.
4 total.
Mhm.
Her roll was quite low as well, but not that low. With that, she just goes, I I like you, and I didn't know that until now. And also, you're very important. You're a very important person. Um, I mean, you give that look, but you have to understand, anytime you walk into anywhere, you're royalty. And I don't even deserve to talk to someone like you. And much less invade your mind or know anything like that. If you want to talk, we can absolutely talk. But and she like grabs your hands and just says, I'm afraid that drinking this with you is a very bad idea. And I don't want anything bad to happen.
I don't either. But I can't shake the feeling that you are not. Are you? I'm afraid that you're. I feel like I should trust you, but I fear that you're hiding something very important from us. From me, I guess.
I work for the Spy Master. I am not. And as this happens, her voice begins to fade and fade. And you're beginning to be drawn into just like this blackness. And her face just kind of becomes like overcast by the shadow. And what emerges is kind of this like bald and like pockmarked face of a half-elven maybe man whose skin is like pale, yet somehow a little bit jaundiced, as it just kind of like emerges from the shadows, looking directly at you, Luminora. And he's got this just like dark, brooding look. And he just says, "Well, this is certainly quite unprecedented, wouldn't you say?"
I
As he cocks
presume
his head towards you.
this is not the same. This does not feel like a memory. This is happening.
This feels like it's happening.
Uh, I sort of look around.
And the voice just begins to go on, and you feel yourself now becoming smaller. Like you are physically shrinking, and now this like form is like towering above you and just says, "The Oracle has never acted in this way. Do you think we're losing control of it?"
Are you talking to me?
Marion, are you feeling quite all right? Who else do you think I'd be talking to? I ask you a question, Agent.
I
In
think
your opinion, do you feel that the Oracle is acting as it should?
I need more time to gather evidence.
But it's going to appoint a block of ledgermen that are going to have access to government secrets. We have no time. We must decide right now if there is a malfunction within its system, or if this is it acting in our best interest as it always has. You're supposedly the expert, and you haven't failed me thus far, but I need your expert analysis. In your opinion, is this truly the will of the Oracle?
Yes, this is the will of the Oracle.
Very well. Now, in the future, I'd prefer if you were a little bit more concise with your reports.
Yes, sir.
You're not a sniveling accountant anymore. You work for me. And anytime you represent yourself, you are representing me. And you must be ruthless. Do you understand? The machine is on the brink of war. Dissidence coefficients are rising. And the only thing that keeps it together is the directorate within the Divinorum. Now, I want you to follow this group and ensure their success, because if faith in the Oracle is damaged, then that will damage faith in the Founder, and more importantly, faith in the machine. And with that, you can like feel your hands beginning to tremble. And that face now just like dips down closer to you and just says, "Now, there. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity from someone lowborn showing their worth. If this goes well, I could see you ascending to quite unprecedented heights. Do not fail me. Do you understand?" And with that, you're brought out, and Marion just says, "And I have just felt so isolated since that time. So I hear you. It's nice to be able to feel this way, but there's certain things that I'm just afraid. I just don't want you to think differently of me. Sorry, I have to go." And she's gonna look at you and just give you a big hug. she's going to just like quickly give you like a peck on the neck, and then she's gonna rush out.
Luminora's gonna be frozen for a second before she kind of gets her bearings, grabs her uniform, and is going to run out.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's going to try and find her room and just lock herself in there. Actually, no. Yes. No, she is. Yeah. Just, yep.
Okay. As Luminora rushes to lock herself in her room, that is where we're going to end the session. And
Wow.
we will pick up next time.
That was very interesting.
Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to make you sit through my whole date
No.
night date.
Yeah, you could have done your date
You-
a little bit
Look,
Ugh.
I don't want to be puritanical here, but you never mind fuck on a first date.
Well, I got information, which is what I wanted.
I mean, you got some
Jeez.
information.
I feel like everybody is our enemy.
Cool.
That's